right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all the praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone who rule and teach well. Peace and safety and much blessings to the Yakim that's pushing this truth out the four corners of the earth in all truth and sincerity and diligence. All right, man. Prophecy is happening, man. Okay. Scripture says, seek ye out of the book and read, none shall want her mate, man. These prophecies are happening, man. Okay? And we're right at the door, man. It's like, I ain't gonna say right at the door has been cracked, man. Okay? So I'm gonna play this video, man, and Lord willing, this is edifying. So
and things are accelerating. This is Dabu 7, and things are accelerating quickly around the globe when it comes to CBDC's blockchain and the implementation of all this tracking. The Brics, which is a conglomerate of different countries opposite the United States, they have for some time been trying to come together and launch a currency together. Now, the cat is out of the bag that they are doing so. They are introducing this brand new trading currency that is backed by gold. It will officially be rolled out at this August summit right around the corner. They state that the gold standard will be a great benefit to strengthening their currency. You now have 41 countries applying for Brics membership. All these countries jumping ship. In Saudi Arabia, already signaling this is the way that they're going. Once all this happens, and it's official come August, this is going to damage the United States dollar big time. Because
all right, which is what he's saying is definitely true. All right, because when you look at the American dollar, the Federal Reserve note, see, that's what it is. It used to be backed by gold, but it's not backed by gold anymore. It's really and truly, when you look at the Federal Reserve note, it's a big IOU, right? It's not backed by anything, which makes it a fiat currency. Okay, so you get all these other nations, that's wanting to join the BRICS nations, right? Because they want to deal with their currency that's backed by gold. That's a more safer choice for their economy, right? Like, hey, this money, this currency is backed by substance. You see? So I'm gonna let it keep playing.
many countries are then going to dump their dollars. This is going to hyper devalue your dollar, meaning it's going to be harder to buy things. Things are going to get more expensive than they already are. And as we've seen.
All right, so he says what? These things is going to hyper, right? Which goes into what? Hyperinflation. What he's speaking about is hyperinflation. Because once all these different countries, once they, they're applying to BRICS nations, right? And I think a brother, I ain't gonna say a brother, the elder from New York brought out a video. I think it was 130 countries, something like that. They all leaning towards the BRICS nations. They all leaning towards the, going with, the digital currency, man. All right, that's backed by gold, man. All right, which everything is. This is all a setup. They all working together, man. The elite control the left and the right hand side, man. Here on Earth, man. But chiefly it's the Lord. But they all in cahoots with each other. All right, but what's finna happen is that all these different countries finna ditch the American dollar, which all the American dollar is gonna come flowing back to America at one time, right? And that in turn what devalues the dollar, which raises prices on everything. So gas, milk, water, all that shit finna be high as hell. Okay, now let's go get it in the scriptures. This is Revelations chapter 6. Let me take my shoe. Do not disturb. This is Revelation chapter 6, verse 5. It says, and when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast saying, come see, I beheld a black horse. See, that black horse goes into judgment, and also it goes into slavery, right? It says, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. So he had a pair of balances, and when you check out that word balance, it means, it goes into the word yoke, right? Zugos, right? And a pair of balances, like right here, it says to join especially by a yoke, right? Thayer's definition of yoke, a yoke that put drought on cattle. Now look, so this devil, he has the ability and capability to put a yoke on the money, which that's what he's doing, right? He's systematically, destroying, crashing the economy, man. Okay, to what hyperinflation is going to be a thing in America. So like, hyperinflation is finna be a thing in America real soon, because this guy just said that they're gonna launch this in August. Now you give it some time, man. That catch up with America. Then what, man? You're gonna have total chaos, man. Verse 6. It says, I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts saying, a measure of wheat for a penny. Now this is back in the time of Rome, right? A day's work was a penny, man. That word penny goes into the word denarius, which equals 10 asses, right? So 10 asses, which makes up a penny, was a day's work. You got a job, you make $30 an hour, you make over $200 a day. You got to take that just to buy a loaf of bread, right? That's how bad it's going to be, man. It says 3 measures of barley for a penny, and see that thou hurt not the oil and wine. The oil and wine going into this truth, man, because you can do nothing to the truth, only for the truth, right? And the fact that this happened, we have the oil, we have the truth to be able to decipher what is happening in the planet Earth and filter it through the scriptures, man. Okay? So you have a measure of wheat for a whole day of work, right? And then you're going to, on top of that, man, if the economy is crashing and the things and is in hyperinflation, you ain't going to have no work in Egypt, right? That's written in Isaiah, because this is happening. This is in our lifetime. This is happening right now. Isaiah 19 and where is it? 15, it says, neither shall there be any work in Egypt which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. Now, see, I was just looking at this in verse 8. It says, the fisher shall also mourn, and all that cast angle into the brook shall lament, and they that spread nets upon the water shall languish. Moreover, they that work in fine flax in these refineries, they have, that they have weave network shall be confounded, man. So it ain't going to be no work in Egypt, man. It ain't going to be no work. And America is also spiritually known as Egypt, okay? Because America is tied to Egypt in, a hardcore, bondage, right? America is likened unto Egypt, you see? So back in Revelations 6, it says, in the middle, it says a measure of wheat for a penny and 3 measures of barley for a penny. So that's how bad hyperinflation gonna be. The devaluation of the dollar, man. Nobody's dealing with the dollar anymore. These Brics nations, all these different countries is leaning towards the Brics nation and the digital currency that's backed by gold, man. All right, America is finished. Let's go back to the video.
Globally to set up these CBDCs and this tracking in every single country. This is what is happening. So the only way that the US dollar is going to be able to survive in this climate, if you ask me, and it's all staged and by design, is that they try to enforce a digital currency on the United States dollar, a US CBDC, and they too try to back their currency by gold on the United States dollar a US CBDC, and they too try to back their currency by gold. It is the only way that anything is going to hang with this new Brics currency. When there's something stepping onto the world stage backed by gold and nothing else is, everyone is going to flock.
But you see, they can try to do all that they want to do. They can try to do all that they want to do, but the scripture says Babylon shall not be healed, man. Right? Because what they do, they raise the interest rates to combat inflation. All right? That's not doing nothing but crippling the economy, man. You see? Jeremiah 51. This is Jeremiah 51 and 8. It says, Babylon is suddenly falling. We know that Babylon is America, right? Babylon the Great is America, the mother of all harlots, and destroyed. How for her take balm for her pain, if so she may be healed? Negative, Ghost Rider. But what it says, we would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. This place, this whole thing, America was designed to crash. Right? America was designed to fall. The elites have no allegiance to America. America was just used to be put on the forefront to spearhead the plan of the elites, man. All right? It says, forsake her and let us go, everyone into his own country, for her judgment reaches unto the heavens and is lifted up even to the skies. So you're gonna have these guys, these men, these women that came over here from different countries to make money in the land of the free, where you can get which they did. They made, substantial amount of money. They got a good life here in America. Shit, because America's the biggest consumer on the planet Earth. And over here, Jake, is just he buy shit up, man, right? But all these foreign people, man, they're gonna go back to their countries. Why? Because they're gonna see that America is finished, man. That the dollar is gonna crash. That the economy is gonna crash. You see? And they will they will come with their little CBDC, because you gotta understand it. He calls it all, right? This is the digital era, right? But this is all part of some diabolical plan, man. But this bitch got to crash. They got to get rid of the old system to bring in the new system. Okay?
In gold. These are huge moves that are going to be life-shattering for some. And they're bringing down America. This may well be the death blow, or one of the big blows to it. We'll see how low it will go and how low they'll bring it before they try to throw it a lifeline with the CBDC, which really isn't a lifeline at all. It's all a ruse. Can't you see? This is the staged event to bring it all down so they can get their way in the end, one way or another. I warned you that they would use gold to entice the people into the CBDCs, into the blockchain. In the end, and here they are doing it. This Brics move is absolutely massive. I can't state how big it is, because it's going to damage Americans' way of life like they've never known before. It's going to blindside many, like a freight train coming. But those of you that have kept a low ear to the ground, trying to stay on top of things and see what's coming, well, you should know. It's here. Right around the corner. So get your ducks in a row. Like I said, all the lemmings going to get blindsided by this. We've warned you over and over and over. Join me on the live streams where I break this down in further detail, censorship free.
And a lot of people will be blindsided by this. A lot of people will see, will be caught like a thief in the night, man. Because that's written in 1 Thessalonians 5. It says, this is 1 Thessalonians 5 and 2. It says, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night, man. So a lot of people will be blindsided, right? A lot of people going to be blindsided because they thinking they trust in America. They woe unto them that, 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 It said Isaiah 30. It's Isaiah 30. This is one that get right to you. Right. This is Isaiah 31:1. It says, "Woe unto them that go down to Egypt for help and stay on horses," right? Rely, trust, right, on horses, and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong, but they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. So a lot of people gonna trust in this system. That's why they gonna bow down to the system and they gonna take the charagma, right? Because when they get caught like a thief in the night, they ain't gonna know what to do, man. You know, they gonna lay down. You see? They gonna trust in America because America gonna have, oh look, this is what's gonna have to happen for us to continue as a society. This happened and this happened, but this is the solution. Negative, man. You see? This is all planned. This has all been planned. So all you people that thought it was a game, thought it wasn't gonna happen in your lifetime, here it is. Here it fucking is. You see? Here it is. And they saying, and this guy's saying that they supposed to launch it in August, right? The Brics currency backed by gold and all these countries applying to. Hey man, America is out of here, man. America is done, man. You know? What you gonna do? What you gonna do, right? Because look, oh, matter of fact, let's run this clip. Yellen says recession, not completely off the table, but the U.S. economy is strong. That's a fucking lie. Look what's about to happen, man. And they got to keep this up. They have to, you know, because they don't want people to get all frantic and crazy and whatnot. So they got to come out here and spread lies, man. Because America is what? In that thick clay, man. Full of debt, man, that they can't pay back. Right? U.S. economy is strong. So she said that the U.S. economy remains strong, but we just seen how like the dollar is finna be done away with, man. You know, completely. Look at this. This is 1 Thessalonians 5:3. For when they shall say peace and safety, that's peace and safety. The economy is strong. That's peace and safety. Then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. You know? Because that's what we're looking forward to, this economy crashing. Zephaniah 1. And 10, and it shall come to pass in that day, said Yahweh, that there shall be a noise and a cry from the fish gate, where they did business and commerce, right? And the howling from the second, and a great crashing from the hills, right? The economy is going to crash. How ye inhabitants of Mektesh, which is a chief city, right? Chief trading city, right? Where they did business and commerce, which can be likened unto what? Your Wall Street, right? It says, for all merchant people are cut down, all that bear silver are cut off. And, you know, this ain't real money, man. This is a fiat currency. This is uncertain riches, right? Okay? So we reading about the crash of America in the scriptures, man. And all these things, that happened back then. No, all these things happen because what was one common thing that happened? And every time we read about a society being, desolate or being made desolate or being destroyed by the Lord, because what the one common thing that was going on in that society is the children of Israel was going off. And here in America, on this side, right now, the children of Israel is waxing worse and worse and worse. That's why they got to be put to death. All right, this is why the Lord going to bring the plagues as before, like he did in Egypt, man. When you read Genesis 47, it says that the money faileth in Egypt. And so the people, they eventually gave themselves, man. And that's what's going to happen. They're going to give themselves over to what? This devil. They're going to take the initiation to enter into the new world order, which is the charagma. All right. He caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, to receive a charagma, right? In the right hand or the forehead, man. Okay. So what you gonna do, man? Like what are you people are gonna do whenever the place that you love so much, the place that you call home, ain't home no more, right? It's about to be crazy out here. Let's see. Luke 12 and 42, it says, and the Lord said, who then is that faithful and wise steward, whom his Lord shall make ruler over his household, to give them their portion of meat in due seasoning? Blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. And that's exactly what the men of the Lord is doing. That's where you see these videos going up. That's why I'm doing this video, right? All these brothers doing the videos and doing these shows and praying and fasting, man, because we know what's coming, man. We fear the judgments of the Lord, man. We read the Lord gave us the eyes and the ears to hear, man, the eyes to see and the ears to hear. Verse 43, blessed is that servant whom his Lord, when he cometh, shall find so doing. Of a truth I say unto you, that he will make him ruler over all that he had. But if that servant say in his heart, my Lord delayed this coming, which a lot of people has done that. Like, man, I can't deal with this, man. I can't deal with this, bro. I'm losing everything, you know. You see, or I can't get down with it. I still got to live my life, right? Delayed this coming, or they been saying that the Lord was going to come back. He ain't never coming back, or he ain't real, and all this other bullshit they be saying. And shall begin to beat the manservant and the maid, and eat and drink, and to be drunken. Just, party and bullshit, YOLO, live my life, turn up, it is what it is, right? 46, the Lord of that servant will come in the day when he looketh not for him, and at an hour when he is not aware, and will cut him asunder, and will appoint his portion with the unbelievers. You see? Right? And that servant which knew his Lord's will, and prepared not himself, neither did according to his will, shall be beaten with many stripes. But he that knew not and did commit things worthy of stripes shall be beaten with few stripes. For unto whomever much is given, of him much shall be required. And to whom men have committed much, of him they will ask the more. You see? So a lot of people is living in that YOLO spirit, man. A lot of people gonna know the truth and gonna reject the truth, like they did 2/3. They gonna reject the truth. People, hey, you finna feel this one. Oh, you finna feel this. You see? The Lord is finna make you feel. Because when you take away a man's finances, their way of living, everybody become on the same playing field. Huh? That's what 2 Ezra 15 and 16 about. Martial law, all out chaos. The love of many shall wax cold. Right? The economy gonna crash, man. Lord willing, this year. Lord will, hey man, me speaking as a man, I think the economy gonna crash in October. Okay? Lord willing. All right? So we just gotta hold on, man. And rejoice because our redemption draweth nigh. Everybody worried about, getting their businesses kicked off or making all this money or trying to thrive in this society still. When America is on its way out of here. All right? It's gonna be a cashless society, digital dollar. And that's what's going to bring and break people and bring them into chains and fetters, because that's what this devil wants. Because through technology, he'll be able to track everything and everybody, right? And that what goes into what? You will own nothing and be happy. Now, I got this article that I'm going to just read just a little bit for you, and I'm going to put it in the description box. Man, come on, man, with this bullshit. Man. right here. Bam. I'm gonna just read this. It says this came out today. It says worse than CBDCs, globalists published plan for worldwide financial enslavement under unified ledger. I'm gonna read it. If you thought come on, bro. If you thought CBDC plan sounded dystopian, just wait and read the new unified ledger agenda released by the banks for international settlements. You see what I'm saying? This is the agenda of CBDCs. Now I'm gonna jump down to the part where I'm talking about. It says this plan describes Orwellian globalist-run unified ledger that records the ownership of all assets, checking accounts, real estate, bonds, stocks. So you ain't got no type of financial privacy. On a centralized exchange run by globalists, all assets will be tokenized, a process that the BIS, which the Fed now rolls out this month. This is the infrastructure of the CBDCs, right? Recording claims on financial or real assets that exist on a traditional ledger on a programmable platform. This unified ledger will feature programmable entries, meaning that your ownership of assets can be revoked or altered at any time according to the social engineering desire of the globalists. If you speak out against blank blank, for example, or blank blank blank, all your assets can vanish. See what I'm saying? You see? You know? And so how are you going to get people to get down with this knowing that this is what's going to happen? You got to make them uncomfortable. You got to make them uncomfortable. Take away their shit. Crash this motherfucker, man. Right? That's how you will own nothing in case you were curious. This centralized globalist control unified ledger stands in the sharp contrast of cryptocurrencies, which are structured on decentralizing distributed ledgers with no centrally controlled authority. Additionally, most blockchains are non-programmable and also immutable, meaning no one can go back in time or retroactively change the ledger entries for Bitcoin, for an example, right? It says, thus, it's now abundantly clear that the Western finance globalists are at war with human freedom and decentralization, and that cryptocurrencies are on the side of human freedom, self-custody, and self-determination. Self-custody of crypto means globalists can take it away from you. What globalists want to achieve is a system of assets, finances, where you never have custody of anything. When you deposit money in your bank, for example, you have no custody of that money. The bank does. And the bank can decide at any time to seize it or freeze your account or declare bankruptcy. A government or law enforcement agency may also order those assets seized, and the bank will readily comply. Damn. You see? This is what's coming down the pipe, man. And Jake out here playing. Jake out here thinking it's a game. And you over here hollering about the MOTB is sin. Man, come on, man. We got the truth out here, man. You know? So I'm gonna grab this and I'm gonna put this in the description box. Let's see. Psalms 73. No. Probably 64 or 63. Nope. Bam. This is Psalm 64 and 1. Hear my voice, O Lord. Hear my voice, O Yahweh, in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongues like a sword and bend their bow to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect, and suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. This is evil. They commune of laying snares privately. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both inward thoughts of every one of them and hearts is deep, right? So this is, look at what we just read and what's going on is all part of the plan of the elites. And this is what I'm reading about right here in Psalm 64, them encouraging themselves in the evil matter. Okay? Because this was all set up by design. This was all set up to happen, right? We don't know when it's going to happen, but we can tell from the parable of the fig tree, right? The Lord has given us the understanding, right? And he got all these whistleblowers that we can take the information that they bring out, filter it through the scriptures, and Lord willing, we endure to the end, man. So hyperinflation is on the rise, will be here this year, Lord willing, right? We ain't no doomsday prepper, so I would say, me speaking as a man, get you some water, some noodles, for the first part of this thing, man. All right, because we're about to see the crash of this economy this year, Lord willing, speaking as a man. Okay? So with that, Lord willing, you are edified. Shalom.